Welcome everyone. Today I will walk you through a presentation that discusses developing the skills of public speaking. We will take a look at what it takes to deliver an effective presentation, and focus on 3 main steps. Let's get started. Creating a successful presentation starts with a well-planned agenda. Consider the introduction, a plan for the sequence, creating visual aids, and presentation techniques. With these elements, you can create an engaging and successful presentation. Visual elements can be used to further enhance the impact of the presentation on the audience. Before giving your presentation, make sure to practice to ensure it goes smoothly. Speaking in public is a crucial ability that can be honed with both practice and experience. Excelling in this craft does not come naturally, it is something that can be learned and perfected through repetition. To get the most out of your presentations, devote the necessary effort and practice to strengthen these skills, and you will be capable of delivering compelling speeches with poise and achievement. Anxiety is a common concern when it comes to public speaking, with a few key causes. Fear of the unknown can be a contributing factor, as when preparing a presentation, there is often uncertainty of what to expect or what will happen, causing additional stress. Loss of control can be a strong cause, leading to feelings of vulnerability and exposure. The fight or flight response can also be triggered, as our body responds to the perceived danger. In some cases, a lack of a backup plan or alternative can add to the nerves. Lack of enthusiasm for the subject matter may lead to the belief that the audience won't be interested. Lastly, the speaker is often the focus of attention, resulting in feelings of exposure and vulnerability, facilitating the development of anxieties. Preparing and delivering a successful speech requires understanding the definitions of presentation and effective. Presentation refers to something set forth to an audience for the attention of the mind, while effective requires doing or producing the result wanted or intended. These 2 definitions form the basis of a successful presentation and are the main elements to ensure a successful delivery. Public speaking can be intimidating. However, with the right preparation it becomes much simpler. Knowing our audience and the objectives of the presentation helps us to ensure that our delivery not only meets expectations but is also engaging and enjoyable. With adequate preparation, we can give a strong speech which is in line with the goals of the presentation, is captivating for the audience, and stays within the allocated time frame. Presentations can be an effective way to communicate information to an audience, convince them of a certain opinion, and educate them on a topic. Through the use of good visual aids and storytelling techniques, the audience can gain a better understanding of the key points of the topic. When a presentation is well structured, the audience will gain knowledge and clarity of the subject. When planning a presentation, it is important to consider the goal, the audience, and the key points you want to make. Structure your ideas logically, breaking it up into sections if needed, and create a timeline for delivery. An introduction, conclusion, and visual aids can help engage the audience. With careful preparation, you can create an effective presentation that is sure to leave a lasting impression. Determining the purpose and assessing your audience is essential to ensure a successful presentation. This includes evaluating the audience's size, demographics, knowledge level, and motivation. Doing this allows you to effectively communicate with your audience and guarantee that your presentation is successful. When planning a successful presentation, it is imperative to consider the space requirements. Take into account the number of attendees who need to be seated and the most advantageous seating setup. Also, Determine the necessary audio, visual equipment and how to use it in the most efficient way. Possible distractions, like noise from outside or phones ringing, should be minimized as much as possible. Lastly, determine the best time for the presentation to take place, with morning or evening being generally the more ideal choices. To deliver an effective presentation, planning ahead is essential. Arrange the main points, making sure to provide between 2 and 5 of them. Supporting evidence should be presented for each point and transitions should be included for moving between them. Developing an outline for the presentation will guarantee that all topics are covered in the right order. Taking the time to prepare adequately is key to delivering a successful presentation. Choosing the best organizational pattern for your presentation can help it achieve maximum impact. The 4 most common organizational patterns are topical, chronological, problem, solution, or cause, effect. Each helps to focus your message and guide your audience. For instance, a chronological pattern is ideal if the presentation is about the history of a certain topic, while the cause-effect pattern is more suitable if the presentation discusses the cause behind an issue and potential solutions. When selecting an organizational pattern, think carefully about your content and goals. Having a well-defined outline and using key phrases and keywords can help you remember what you need to say during a presentation. It is also important to ensure a good conversation flow while being flexible and aware of your audience's reaction. This way, you can be more responsive and engaging. These are the essential elements for delivering an effective presentation. Ensure your presentation has a clear structure. Start with introductions, the body of the presentation, and finish with a conclusion. It's important to have a smooth transition between each point to keep your audience engaged and interested. Creating a natural rhythm and momentum within your presentation helps in maintaining focus and understanding. To create an effective presentation, it is important to build rapport with your audience. One way to do this is to mingle and learn their names. This is a good way to make a positive first impression and demonstrate that you care. People are more likely to listen to someone they like and trust, so building a rapport based on harmony or affinity is important before starting the presentation. No matter who your audience is, the way you open your presentation can make a huge difference on how it's received. To engage your audience from the start, consider introducing yourself and why they should listen to you, using humor, providing a startling statistic, telling a short story, or inviting participation. To make a lasting impression, try asking an intriguing question and give the audience time to think about it, then get their response. This will not only capture their attention, but also give you useful insights to help guide the rest of your presentation. When delivering a presentation, it is important to determine the type of presentation and then be clear with the topic. For informative presentations, one should define the parameters of what will be discussed and ensure the discussion can be done within the allotted time. For persuasive presentations, one should outline the problem, explain its significance, present a solution, and provide an overview of the presentation for the audience's understanding. When presenting, it's important to provide a structure and flow. Use a main point transition main point pattern and provide supporting evidence to strengthen your message. Examples can help demonstrate your point. Be open to feedback, questions, and allow the audience to engage in a dialogue. This helps them understand and remember your message. Lastly, stay focused on the audience. Pay attention to their reactions and use that to interact and adjust your presentation as needed. It is essential to recap the main points you discussed as you approach the end of your presentation. Summarize your key points and include a command or something for the audience to remember, as the saying, "Tell them what you told them," implies. After you have given your presentation, make sure to answer any questions the audience might have. This will help them stay engaged and show appreciation for the hard work you put into it. In order to be an effective presenter, it is important to pay attention to body language, vocal delivery, and the use of visual aids. These methods should be used in combination to keep the audience focused and engaged in the presentation. Practicing these techniques will help to improve your presentation skills. When giving an effective presentation, there is more than just content to consider. Delivery style is key when looking to make an impact. 3 aspects to think about when giving a presentation are vocal techniques, your manner of speaking, and using deviations from the norm for emphasis. Vocal techniques to think about are loudness, pitches, rate, and pausing when speaking. These techniques help to emphasize key points throughout the presentation and can make it more engaging for the audience. When giving a presentation, be sure to consider different methods of delivery that will bring more power and impact to your presentation. When presenting, your body language is just as important as the words you say. How you stand and move, as well as the eye contact you make with your audience, can be vital in determining how your message is received. It is also important to take into account the usage of space, both when it comes to your movements around the area, and to ensure that everyone in the room can see you. Being visible to the audience during the duration of the presentation will not only help you establish a connection with them, but also strengthen your arguments. Verbal fillers like can detract from a presentation's delivery. Similarly, irrelevant words and phrases will not be effective in creating a connection with the audience. To maximize engagement, presentations should be tailored towards the audience. Habits like swaying, rocking, pacing, keeping hands in pockets, lip smacking, and fidgeting are best avoided as they can be distracting. To become a competent and captivating speaker, it is important to possess knowledge of and practice successful presentation techniques. Before you begin your presentation, here are 5 tips to keep in mind. Smiling is a great way to project confidence and create a positive atmosphere. Calming your nerves is key before starting. Take a few deep breaths. Have a bottle of water handy to keep your throat lubricated and, if necessary, have some notes or cue cards to refer to if you forget something. Also, make sure to finish your presentation on time or slightly earlier than the allotted time. Following these tips will help you give a successful presentation. Using visuals aids in presentations can be an effective way to convey more information and leave a lasting impression on your audience. When constructing slides for your presentation, make sure the size, clarity, and color are appropriate for the intended audience. Complementary images and diagrams can help to emphasize important points and add visual appeal to your slides. To ensure your visuals are not overwhelming or distracting, it is important to keep them simple. Using visual aids can be a powerful way to present information in a meaningful and engaging way. They can help to illustrate concepts and ideas, add variety to keep the audience focused, and supply evidence to support arguments. Furthermore, visuals can create a lasting impression, helping audience members remember key points from the presentation. Using visual aids such as PowerPoint slides, overhead transparencies, graphs and charts, pictures, films or video, flip charts, and sketches can help emphasize key points in your presentation and make it more meaningful. Using visuals during a presentation can be an effective way to highlight main points. Visuals should be tailored to the audience, not just the speaker, and should remain simple and easy to comprehend. Complex or difficult visuals can be distracting and undermine the intended message. Using visual aids can be an effective way to explain and demonstrate your ideas. Visuals can add variety to a presentation, allowing the audience to take a break from listening to you and instead see something. They can also be incredibly useful in illustrating more complex ideas or concepts, and can help to emphasize your message. Using visual aids when delivering a presentation can be beneficial to improve comprehension. They can add variety and be used to illustrate complex ideas. Keep the audience engaged and make your points clear by utilizing visual aids. Titles on your slides should be large, think 38 to 44 point font size, and text should be at least 28 point font size. Color can be used to effectively highlight key points. And keep in mind that contrasting colors will help your audience focus. That's the key to visibility. Thank you.